Excuse me. Sorry to bother you. We're trying to find the furs.
The furs? Good heavens. Could you be Miss Barton's new tenants?
Right.
How exciting.
Jerry Burton, my sister Joanna.
Well, I never. Maud Colstrop, my husband's vicar here. He'll be expecting to see you in church on Sunday. Everyone will. They're all dying to meet you.
Oh, Lord, I suppose we disappoint them.
Oh, I'm quite sure you won't. Now, let me tell you. The furs. Straight through the village, about half a mile. Turn left, and there you are.
How very nice to see you both. And welcome to the furs.
Oh, thank you.
Beatrice.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Here, come along, girl. Go get them bags out the car.
I do hope you'll both be happy here. I'm so fond of it. Well, after all, I've lived here all my life. You get used to things, don't you?
Oh, dear. I can't help feeling we're driving you out.
Oh, but you mustn't. It's the war, taxation, the cost of everything nowadays, the upkeep. I simply had to do something. Besides, it won't be forever. Now, Partridge is staying on to look after you. She's a cook housekeeper and a treasure. Then there's Beatrice. She's the maid and all that. Not very experienced, but willing. A gardener, Cleet, who comes in twice a week. Has a strange wife, but you don't need to see much of her. Do forgive me, Mr. Burton, but were you hurt during the war?
No, not a scratch, actually, no. I was a test flight for a new jet. Both engines blew at 30,000 and the ejector gear malfunctioned. I managed to bring her down all right, but I hit the deck pretty hard. Pretty lucky, I suppose.
Oh, yes, I see.
He's trying to tell you, Miss Barton, that he crashed his plane.
Good heavens. I'm sorry. You'll have to let Owen Griffith, our nice doctor, take care of you.
Oh, I believe the hospital's already been in touch with him.
Good. He's Welsh, of course, but the Welsh are so clever, aren't they? And Partridge is an excellent cook. She'll help you build up your strength. Oh, no. Never in this house.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you mustn't be. It's just that, well, smoking never occurred to me.
Oh, don't worry. Elsie has lots of ashtrays.
It's so silly of me. It all comes of never having a man about the place. The last one was my eldest sister's bone. He didn't last long. Mother took exception.
To his smoking?
To his accent. Wasn't quite a gentleman, she said. I thought he was rather nice. Jolly. Daphne fretted, but as Mother told her, you never know with men.
No what, Miss Barton?
Another cup of tea, my dear.
Thanks so much.
Mr. Burton, do forgive me if I don't offer you something stronger. Men prefer that, don't they? I remember my father did. But Mother took exception to that, too. Didn't approve. Wouldn't allow it in the house. Poor father. And poor Mother. She was an invalid, you see. She always managed to have her own way.
Peace of God be with you and remain with you always. Amen. Amen. Glad you could make it, Mr.
Vicar, what a simply splendid sermon. Did Maud choose the text? She must have.
She did not.
St. Paul, wasn't it? Let brotherly love continue. Had you our newcomers in mind? Indeed, should you encourage it?
Not sure I know what you're getting at. Paul goes on to say, doesn't he? Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Oh, how delicious. Somewhat mutilated the male angel, perhaps. But the girl, she's quite a sensation, wouldn't you say?
I trust not. Ah,
Guy, I don't think you've met Squadron Leader Burton and his sister, have you?
no, delighted to see you here.
Thank you, Padre.
And this is a near neighbour of yours, Mr. Pye. Never believe a word he tells you. He spends his whole time laughing at the rest of us.
Dear lady, how unfair. Unkind, untrue. Despite the malicious Maud, you'll come and take a sherry with me at Priory Lodge, won't you?
I'd love to. Look at her. Making up to that old Mr. Pye.
Painted up to the eyeballs, too. And in church.
Soon. Promise?
Promise.
Oh, dear. Symington brood cometh. I must away. Squadron leader, you're on parade.
Right.
Miss Burton, you are an event. Sleepy old Limpston's going to love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Now, boys, run ahead with Elsie, will you? We shan't be long.
Yeah. Off we go then.
Elsie, Elsie, I'm terribly hungry.
You're just greedy.
Oh, Elsie, where'd you then?
More. You said absolutely nothing about my fur. Does that mean you have no complaints?
Oh, much better, dear. Still a trifle long, perhaps.
I didn't see anyone asleep.
You're wearing the wrong specs, Guy. Your reading glasses.
But they were so still.
Come on, Robert. Dozing, I fear. Many of them.
Good heavens.
Go and have some lunch.
See you lunchtime. Megan? Oh, just look at that girl's stockings. A large potato in each heel. What a graceless child. Yes, Guy, the sermon was wonderful, but still a little long-winded.
Morning.
Oh, Mr. Symington. How nice to see you again. And Mrs. Symington?
How do you do?
Oh, Jerry, Mr. Symington is Miss Barton's solicitor.
How do you do?
How do you do?
And there's still something Jerry has to sign, isn't there?